On kind of related to that actually is one of the questions was how do you keep yourself on track for stuff that you don't like doing? So, for example, like all the stuff I just mentioned,
Mm.
whenever it's code based, I feel fine. Whenever I'm dealing with, for example, physics, another one, I hate using like I prefer whenever possible to write my own physics engine. Now, I know that sounds like, oh my god, that's far more work, but it really isn't. You can just write a couple of simple algorithms, and it's enough to build a very fundamental physics system. Now, obviously, you're missing a lot of stuff, but you're able to do a really good example of aggregate your user acceleration, aggregate to your velocity, and like make a comfortable little physics system that you can control very heavily. Comparing that to say physics system where you have to use physics materials and manage your friction and make sure the force strengths are correct, and you end up getting to these weird, wacky scenarios that I just hate doing. I hate doing everything physics related. So whenever I have to do it, the way I force myself to stay on track is I give myself discrete goals. And we talked about this before, it's very agile based type stuff.
Mhm.
Is because I hate every minute I spend doing it, I will write down the next job is I will make the hinge joint, the physics hinge joint for the door work so that when I hit it with a cube, it will do this thing. It'll bounce but not break on the hinge. And I will like write down a very explicit, this is what I'm spending my time doing. And I will then force myself to not change topics until I've hit that objective. And then I move on to the next thing. And obviously it helps the smaller the goals you make. But
Yeah.
if there's an area that you keep putting off, every programmer has that, every developer on everything has that. There'll be a thing that they just decide. I hate UI, so I just always leave it to the last minute. And if you want to force yourself to do it, take a small, discrete version of that goal. I will create some anchored things on the screen that show the health bar, and I'll display it to the phone and see how it looks and make sure it works.
Yeah.
You just give yourself a goal, do it. Don't let yourself change topics till you do it. That's unfortunately the best way I know to keep myself on track doing those kinds of
You say
projects.
unfortunate, but I don't know, man. That's how I work. Everything I do, from doing the dishes to folding laundry to working my day job to making YouTube videos, I do everything in incremental steps, and I keep a bullet journal. I don't know if I'm sure people have heard of bullet journaling, but I keep a bullet journaling that just encapsulates all the little steps that I do. I even have a Kanban board that I use to encapsulate every little step that I do. Like when I make a video, I'll have a step that is write the script, and then I'll have another one film myself talking, another one film the screen captures, and then it just iterative steps, man. I don't know. It was a life changer for me when I switched.
Yeah, like you read a lot of books where people say like hack your brain and life brain hacking tips. It's like it's annoying, but it's kind of there's a nugget of truth in that, which is people hate doing stuff. How do you convince yourself to do stuff? You have to give yourself a reward. So it's a cheat way where you basically keep feeding yourself the endorphins of yes, I did a
I
thing.
did
Next
it.
step, yes, I did a thing. And so there is a level of sort of manipulating your own brain chemistry by doing it. But
Yeah.
the fancy way of saying the truth is people enjoy succeeding in things. So if you have a large task you hate doing, turn it into things you can achieve easily, and then keep incrementing small steps of achievement. So yeah, it's just more of a like I'm annoyed that I have to do that, right? Like you can reason about logically that you hate doing it. You can
Yeah.
fight yourself every step of the way, but no matter how much I can tell myself, I know it's just my brain. It doesn't work unless I do actually reward myself with incremental progress of success.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, some of it requires more upfront work than others. Like, for
Yeah.
instance, talking about the UI, you really do have to reason through what is it that I'm going to do. You got to collect all the assets. You got to figure it out. For me, if like I'm going to clean the house today, the incremental steps are do the dishes. I know how to do it. It's muscle memory.
Yeah.
Just load
Put
the
on some
dishwasher.
music and just sort of go for it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there
So
you go. Put on a good podcast. Good YouTube channel. Put on some infallible code. Just kidding.
yep.
I don't watch myself.